Hey guys, Rafferty Pendery here. In this video, we are going to discuss this concept. There's a myth that some of the gurus out there have on being self-reliant that I want to address. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with anybody you think it can help. So there's this concept of being tough and being self-reliant, which I think is a really good concept. But there is also an extreme that some people take it. And this is from some of the gurus out there that I've seen, where you have to be completely one. You are totally separate from everything else. And my view is that's just not how life works. If you look back at the history of humankind, a person being out there by themselves, involved with nobody else, doesn't happen. People formed tribes, people formed groups in order to generate more power, to have more influence, to share roles and responsibilities. There is a positive side. I think being too reliant on other people, where you aren't able to do things yourself, is something that you should work on. Like, that's something we should practice and learn the skills and get better at for sure. But there's also an extreme that can go, and there's actually consequences of that. And I wanted to share a couple of those with you in this video. First off, I believe it's a misconception around if you are reliant on anybody else at all for anything, that's a bad thing. And the reality is you are reliant on somebody else for things. The general humankind today is reliant. You are going to a grocery store to buy food. You are reliant on somebody else. And so unless you're going to take on every function, every role in everything related to your entire life, well, then you're going to be reliant on other people for things. That's okay. That's not a bad thing. On the flip side, being so reliant that you're not looking at improving your skills all the time, I also think is a problem. The challenge, the problem that this creates, I believe, from a business perspective, is thinking that you need to have the answers to everything. I've run into it with account services staff of our own, also salespeople. They're uncomfortable saying, I don't know. Like when a new person starts with us, we tell them, it's okay. You don't need to know everything. There's a whole team of people here who work to help solve these problems for our clients. If you don't know, then simply say, I don't know, but I will get an answer to that question. This is one of the consequences, I think, of this whole idea that you have to know everything. I run a company with a bunch of staff. I don't know everything. I figure out new stuff all the time. I lean on other people who have answers to questions all the time. I go and talk to people who are experts in their respective field all the time. And so I am constantly learning more and more and more about that, but I'm also comfortable saying, I don't know, and I don't need to know. One of the other sides, there's a concern about this risk versus reward of trusting other people. And I think that really comes down to having and surrounding yourself with the right people and being just aware of who you listen to for things. There are people who are failures in subjects that are more than willing to give you advice on that subject. There are plenty of professors in universities today who did not succeed in business, who are teaching people the theory of business, who never started a product. They never launched a company and actually got it going. There are plenty of people who have online courses and video things and blah, 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 who haven't done it. And so, yes, there are people out there who are more than willing to share that. There are people out there who are willing to tell you all the reasons why something's bad and horrible and evil and can't be done. Those people I just don't listen to. Those are not the people that I rely on. So there is that side of who you can trust on that. But on the flip side, surrounding yourself with good people who are aligned towards a survival goal. You're trying to succeed, they're trying to succeed, is a way that you can create a lot of power. There's a quote here from Reid Hoffman that I wanted to share with you as a co-founder of LinkedIn. This is what he says. No matter how brilliant your mind or strategy, if you are playing a solo game, you'll always lose out to a team. There's so much power that you generate from having a team of people aligned in a specific direction and then surrounding yourself with great people who want you to succeed. And if you have people who are pulling you down, you have people who make you doubt yourself. And by the way, I'm not saying people who point out real life things that maybe you're not looking at. I'm saying people who make you doubt yourself constantly. Do those people have your best interests at heart? And again, I'm not talking about getting advice from somebody who's pointing out, look, you're losing money with this thing, doing it this way. Why are you doing that? That's not doubting yourself. That's getting you to look at something that's real life. Like you're looking at a fire hydrant and you're seeing an orange or yellow fire hydrant. and the rest of Earth is looking at it and seeing a red fire hydrant. That's happened to me before. Somebody else points it out and I'm like, oh, look at that. I thought that was yellow or orange the whole time. So to bring this whole thing home here, you're going to build tremendous success by surrounding yourself with good people. You're going to do it by building a group or being involved with a group that's aligned towards a common purpose. You don't have to go so extreme to think that you're going to know everything about everything, and that if you don't, you're lesser somehow. Everybody has their specialties. Everybody has their skills. Lean into that and align yourself with a bunch of people who are going towards that common goal. You're going to have a very, very good outcome as a result of doing that. Thanks so much, guys. See you guys in the next one.